Hey everybody, this is the Slightest Review, and I'm here today to talk about Travis from The Walking Dead. Now, Travis was one of the better parts of Fear the Walking. I said The Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead. Okay, Travis is one of the better parts of Fear the Walking Dead, and so it's like he was one of the things that I liked about season 2. He had a lot of heart and emotion in his character-driven story arc with him and Chris. That was some more of the better stuff. The whole Nick and Madison thing, I really didn't care for. But the heart of season 2 was Travis and Chris. Their emotions it was just all over that season, and I loved it. Even though I still don't really like that season. However, this video is about something I've been curious about. We know Chris turned into a homicidal, crazy killer type person. But did he get that from his father? Because think about it. Travis was a good, noble character, but there were times he blended in with the darkness. Okay, so first things first, him and Madison. Now, him and his original wife, I forgot her name right now. Anyway, his original wife, Chris' mom, they was married for about 13 years and then they broke up and got divorced. And it's never been explained why they broke up. We know Chris loves his mom to death. He likes his dad, but he really doesn't like his dad after his dad had to kill his mom when she turned into a zombie. So it's kind of like, I'm wondering, when he had to kill his ex-wife, you saw how emotional he got, and those two really still cared for each other. I'm starting to wonder, how long did it take for him and Madison to get together? Did he cheat on his ex-wife with Madison? Or, because it's kind of like, Chris didn't really like Madison all that much, and I know his mom really didn't. So I'm starting to think he cheated, which already right there makes him a bad character. Then there's the army officer Andy from the first season, who he murdered in cold blood with his bare hands. See, Andy for the most part was a really good, nice character. He fell in love with Ophelia, and her father Daniel tortured him and bled him and stuff. That caused him to want revenge, and so he pulled a gun on Daniel. Ophelia jumped in front of him, and then she took the bullet. When she took the bullet and got shot in the arm, Travis turned nuts. He beat Andy within an inch of his life. Either he killed him or he was near death. It has never really been shown, but we do know he was coughing up blood, and he beat him with his fist, and he did it in such rage. Now here's the thing that don't make no sense. Travis has no ties to Ophelia. It should have been Daniel to beat the snot out of him, but it wasn't. So why did Travis get so enraged and want to defend Ophelia? He didn't like her at all. He took them people in, and they gave him shelter, but that's about it. So why did he rage out the way he did? I'm starting to really wonder if he had some real darkness within him that he tried to cover up with his humbleness. Because he was a very humble character in season 2, and even in season 1. He tried to do everything he could to turn his son back to the good side. When his son got mixed up with them bad kids, he tried his best to get him away from them. He even tried to turn them bad kids around and turn them nice. When his son shot and killed that man in that farmhouse, Travis went beyond expectation and gave that man a funeral, burial. He even went through that man's house to find his name and what year he was born and what year he died. That was something, And so it's kind of like he's in conflict with himself. Because then, when he goes to the hotel, him and Madison, they argue a little bit about the whole Chris situation. Because he didn't want to believe at first Chris was evil. And she said he was. And then he finally realized, yeah, his son is. But then he doesn't really want to talk about the situation. He gets mad and upset at Madison. Then when he finds out them two guys murdered his son, Chris' new friends, he murders both those men with his bare fist for a long time. He's beating the crap out of two men. Two men are trying to fight him and they couldn't do it because one had a messed up arm. And the other one, the other one hit him with a chair. He still killed and murdered that man. And he was so enraged. Now, he knew his son was a murderer, but he still loved his son. And he straight up killed them. Then there's the other guy who tried to stop him from killing them. He slammed his head in between the door and put him in a coma. And it's kind of like, who is Travis? Seriously, who is this character? One minute he's super sweet and nice, and the next minute he's the murderer of his bare hand. It makes you wonder, he couldn't have done anything that bad in his past because he was a teacher. But he is from another country. He's from New Zealand. So they probably couldn't find out his criminal record all the way in America. And so the actor wanted to leave the show in season 3, and he left in the first or second episode where he got shot. It was a random murder. And it makes you wonder, and you don't blame him for wanting to leave because his character was just two sides of a different coin. You didn't know which Travis you was ever gonna get. And that would have been something interesting to explore in later seasons, how he would have turned out. But we'll never know now. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.